Hello, everybody. Happy 1st of April, April Fools. I don't have any April Fools for you today. There's no joking about this recipe that we're doing tonight. I am live here in my kitchen at Harvest Market. I'm gonna let everybody kind of trickle in as some folks are cooking with me tonight or just watching along. So be sure to tell me that you're here, that you're watching. I love to talk to you guys. So let me know when you're here. We're gonna start here in just a couple minutes. I feel like my angle on my phone is weird, the camera, but you know. Hey Kim, it's a really good one. It's so yummy. What I love about this soup is like right away, holy smokes, right away when it hits the pot, it is just starting, it smells so good really quickly. So you get that really good smell in the kitchen like right away. Hey Jerry, hey Lisa. So glad you guys are here. It's Thursday, it's sunny, it's kind of chilly, but that's great for soup, so I'm not too upset about it. I really wanted to pull out one last soup before the season started. Hey Wendy, good to see you on here. Yeah, I'm pretty much all ready to go. So I know a few people are cooking with me tonight or soon after. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know what you need to get prepped, get ready. It's pretty easy. There's some chopping involved, but again, it's one of those where you just kind of chop, and as you chop, plop it in the pan. It's fabulous. Oh, hey, Will, I know, I noticed I missed you guys. I know it, it's, you gotta get in that, like on Friday and Saturday, it goes pretty fast. Perfect soup weather, for sure. So good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome. My name is Emily, I'm the registered dietitian here at Harvest Market. I'm in my kitchen here, and every Thursday I'm here and I'm cooking up something delicious for the week. I usually cook up my meal kit for that week. So I have a meal kit program here at the store. You can order one, comes with everything that you see me cooking with here tonight and nothing that you don't. It also comes with one of these beautiful handcrafted that I make and laminate myself. Instruction sheets with step-by-step instructions, including pictures. Hey, and Steph. I will answer your question here in just one second. So yes, I sell meal kits here at the store, and anyone can purchase them and pick them up. And it's something different every week. It is meant to get you out of your comfort zones. It's meant to kind of just shake things up a little bit in the kitchen and, you know, get you trying something new, get you honing in on your cooking skills. Whether you've been cooking forever or you just started, this is for everybody. It's one less thing you got to think about. Yeah, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but folks have told me, I feel confident in my almost 5 years of doing, of feeding people in the community. I feel like I can make almost everyone like vegetables. I know that's a big thing to say, but I feel really confident in that. So yeah, I like to focus on lots of fresh stuff, but it's all about balance and variety, and that's what I like to offer you in these meal kits. So the knives that I'm using, we have here at Harvest Market. These are Xylus knives. They're really nice. They're inexpensive, but they're really nice. And what I look for in a knife when I'm looking for one is I like this size knife. So this is just your basic chef knife. So in your kitchen, you just need 3 knives. You need a chef knife, you need a paring knife, and you need a bread knife. So all of those other knives, yeah, they're fine and fancy, but really a good chef has 3 basic knives. So this is a chef's knife, so it can pretty much do anything. And there's different lengths. So I also have one of these. This is also a Xylus. It's a chef knife, and it's quite a bit smaller than this one. This is good for doing things like cutting smaller vegetables, but I prefer this size knife. Now, some folks don't feel comfortable holding a knife that large, or maybe they just started chopping, so you want to start a little bit smaller. That's totally fine. Hey, listen, everybody's got their opinions on knives, okay? I'm not here to tell you what to buy. There's lots of different knives. The biggest thing is you want it to feel good in your hand when you hold it. So you could buy the most expensive knife on the market, and it's made from a steel that's been, I don't know, carried on the back of a yak across the Himalayas or something. I don't know. But if it doesn't feel good in your hand, it's useless. So all that to say, I like a heavier knife because it feels good, the weight feels good in my hand. So you got to try it out by holding it, okay? Cooks Illustrated, America's Test Kitchen, they have product reviews that are really tried and true tested as well. So if you want to know a good knife. Any hoozles, let's get started on this recipe. I've got a Tuscan tortellini soup. It's delicious. We're gonna get started. My pan has been preheating for a good probably 10 or 15 minutes, so we're good to go on that. What you wanna get ready is your seasoning cup. In here, basic. We've got olive oil, we've got salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. I'm using this. It is the Perfect Pinch McCormick Italian seasoning. It's got everything in it that I would use. It's got dried marjoram, basil, rosemary, thyme, oregano, savory, and sage. Italian herbs right there in a jar. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna open up. You have 2 veggie bags if you have a kit. One veggie bag we're gonna use first, and that has all the stuff that we're gonna saute. The other veggie bag has lemon, green beans, and your Tuscan kale, which is gonna come a little bit later. So you can put that one aside, and we are gonna open up our baggie with the onion and eggplant and carrot. That's what we're gonna start with. So again, make sure your pot is preheating. We're gonna saute everything in the same soup pot that we're making the soup in. So make sure you have a large enough pot to accommodate everything. Give it a shimmy and a shake. Beautiful. Rinse these off. I'm not going to because I can't reach my sink behind me with my microphone on. So wash your veg and then come back to me, and we're gonna start chopping and adding everything to the pot. So I'm gonna start with onion. I always start with onion first. We wanna get that saute going. I'm gonna do a nice dice on this. Beautiful. So we're just gonna do a few cuts this way. This is gonna make our nice little dice. Again, I like to always start onions first to really, really get that nice sweetness out of the onion, and let it just kind of simmer and saute the whole time in the pot. That's really what's going to extract those beautiful flavors, tone down any harshness we have in the onion, and pull out all of those beautiful sweet flavors, natural flavors from the onion. Beautiful. Okay. Lovely. How are we doing, folks? It's a beautiful evening, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Okay, give your seasoning cup a little shimmy shake. I like to have a little butter knife handy to just kind of scrape any excess leftovers. Oh, that alone, you could just dip some good baguette bread right in this. There you go. Alrighty, right into the pot. Again, make sure you scrape all of that goodness out. We want that in our pot. Okay, lovely. Now we add our onion. Make sure you got a nice little simmer going on. I'm gonna turn up just a little bit. Okay, after the onion, we're gonna do the carrot, because the carrot is the most, it's pretty dense. We want it to cook down and get a little bit soft for us. Not too soft. I like the veggies to have a little bit of crunch and a bite in my soup. So you can cut these however you want to. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, you don't have to peel your carrots as long as you give them a wash. You don't have to peel them. Not necessary. Just gonna do a nice little dice or a chop, whatever you want. Just remember, this is a soup, so we want everything to be able to, fit on our spoon. So I'm gonna stir around my onion and make sure it gets all nice and coated in there with all of the beautiful herbs and spices. Yum. Again, it smells good already. Like right away it smells good. Holy cow. Okay. And then I'm just gonna chop and add. Adjust the heat as needed to get that sweet spot. We want that sweet spot of sauteing where it's that really nice, steady saute where you just have that going in the background the whole time. That is what we want. How we doing out there, folks? You're quiet. What's going on? Anybody new here for the first time? Watching for the first time live? Let me know you're here. Alrighty, getting my carrots here. So it feels like there's not a lot of vegetables. Like when I'm cutting these up and I'm opening out of the bag and looking at all the individual vegetables, it's like, and I'm doing a 2-person kit, mind you, but it doesn't seem like a lot. But we have a lot of vegetables that are getting put into this soup, which is so awesome, you guys. We have onion, carrot, zucchini, eggplant, green bean, and Tuscan kale, and a whole can of diced tomatoes. Ah, so many veggies. Hi, Diane. In the small seasoning cup, again, we just had olive oil, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. And again, I'm using the Perfect Pinch McCormick Italian seasoning. It's really yummy, has a good flavor. It's got all the good stuff in it. If you have your own Italian seasoning at home, you can use that. If you have like the individual ones, you can use that. So that goes in first because it has the olive oil. And remember, it's great to bloom dried herbs, right? It's great to bloom them, meaning we put them in the pot with a little bit of fat, so olive oil, to really extract and wake them up, to extract all of the oils, to wake them up, to really, bring that flavor out. Because when they're dried, everything is kind of in like a dormant state. It's waiting to be released. Hey Karen, great question. So I am not using sausage in mine, but a lot of you do get sausage. Yes, you can either leave the sausage in there. It's gonna be fine. So it's in a soup. It's not gonna get overcooked. It's really not gonna have an opportunity to dry out in the pan. Now, if you wanna take it out and just put it in a bowl, set it aside, and then add it back in when we add the broth and all that stuff, you can do that. Or you can leave it in the pot, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm not too concerned about the meat overcooking. And you can even, like, as soon as it starts to almost completely turn pink, so you still have a little bit of pink here and there, you can start adding in your veggies for sure, because that's going to keep on cooking. Everything is going to be cooked together, so that'll be totally fine. I hope that answered your question. It's pretty foolproof. So either way you want to do it, again, if you are doing sausage, you want to start with that, squeeze it out of the casing, get it going, sauteing, and then catch up with me. Add in your veggies, get them chopped in, and yeah, you can leave it right in the pot and just kind of keep adding everything in there, or you can take it out, cook it all the way, take it out, and set it aside. You're welcome. Okay, next up we've got zucchini. You know what? Zucchini, cauliflower, they're really like such neutral vegetables. You can pretty much add it to, I mean, gosh, I've added it to chili, meatloaf, stir fry, soup, meatballs. What else? You can put it in bread, right? No, it's great because it's so versatile. It really goes with everything. Fajitas, enchiladas. It really just takes on the flavor of everything else. If you chop it up small enough, don't even know it's there. Don't even know. I happen to know some, people that don't love zucchini, but when you chop it up real small and you saute it and you add some really good other stuff with it, season it well, again, don't even know it's there. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is my smell. If I could make this into a candle, just have this burning all the time. Olive oil, onion, veggies, Italian seasoning. Yes. Make it. I'd burn it all day long. I guess I could just have some sauteing in a pot all day, right? Eggplant. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at those little seeds in the middle. Gorgeous. Hey, again, remember, don't you dare peel this. Don't do it. Don't peel it. When you cook it, skin is totally edible. It's not tough. And remember, all that nutrition, all that good stuff, all that fiber, all those phytochemicals, all those good for you color compounds that have so many great health benefits, blah, blah, blah. Don't peel it, okay? So we're just gonna cut this whole puppy up. So when I'm looking for an eggplant, one of the things that I look at, obviously, is no big major bruising. If there's some scarring on the outside, totally fine. Eggplants are really, really cool because I actually grew some eggplants last summer and they were really successful. And it's pretty cool if there's something that like happens to the outside. John, why did you peel your eggplant? You just always have to be difficult, don't you? Just kidding. Do you like how I yelled at you through this virtual cooking demo? Just like I would if you were sitting right here. Just kidding. But anyway, eggplants have a really neat ability to, and I'm sure there's some people out there that know way better than I do about this, but it seems like they can kind of repair themselves. So they might have what looks like some scarring on the skin. That is totally fine. But if there's a lot of bruising and browning, oh, Lori, yes. Sorry, let me finish my thought. If there's a lot of bruising or browning, skip on that one. You want it to be really heavy for its size. And yeah, that's about it. You want it to be nice and shiny and the top to be green if possible. Okay, Lori, I grew my eggplants in a pot. So I actually did them in a big container. Hey, pro tip, if you want to, and growing season is starting soon, I like to do a big garden. I like to get, because sometimes containers, like they don't have the right size, I like to do, I'm doing garlic next, by the way. Okay, so go to like any big store. They have those big tubs for like kids' toys. Those are great for container gardening. And I drill some holes in the bottom for drainage. And they're like the big, I got like the big circular ones. You can do the square ones as well, or rectangle. My eggplants did beautifully in them. So this stem or the stalk or the plant of eggplant looks really similar to like a bell pepper plant. And so, but it's just a little bit more thick and the leaves are pretty big. It's got some beautiful leaves on the plant. But yeah, mine did really well. I think I grew like 3 plants in one pot and they all did really well. I made so many eggplant dishes this summer. It was fabulous. I love eggplant. Okay, I'm mincing up my garlic really well. Oh my gosh, the smells in here are fabulous. I hope if you guys are cooking at home and smelling is wonderful. Holy cow. Alrighty, nice mince. Lots of garlic, that's important in a soup. Especially an Italian soup. Come on. It's got to have lots of garlic. Ooh, a horse thingy. I don't know what that is, but I'm really intrigued, Lori. Show me a picture. I got to get myself a horse thingy if it worked for you. Okay. Wow, does this smell fantastic? Hey, guess what? Grab your 2 cups of water or 4 cups of water if you're doing a 4-person kit. We're going to make our broth really quick. This is the broth paste. So broth paste comes in a little jar like this. I use it better than bouillon paste. It's so good. Really, really better than like any boxed broth that I've ever used. I love this stuff. I like the veggie the best. I tried the chicken. It's okay, but I feel like the veggie, oh my gosh. And just the smell of it, you can smell the vegetables. To me, it just has a better depth of flavor. Way more veggies, so much more flavor. No matter if you're doing chicken, beef, whatever. I really, really, really like the veggie one. So it's like, it's a dark paste, and it's just really concentrated, ground up vegetables. And some seasoning in there too, obviously. Okay, so we are going to kind of melt this into our water. A trough? That would make sense, right? A trough that you would put, yeah. Okay, so just kind of stir that around in there, set it aside. Beautiful. This is smelling fabulous. We're getting there, folks. It comes together fast. Okay, you're gonna grab your tomato paste. Thanks, Peggy. Thanks for the insight. Okay, geez, this piece didn't want to stay up. We got tomato paste and red wine vinegar. Two really important things in a soup. Really, really, really. Vinegar, obviously. So important in a soup. A lot of people want to just chock this full of, I'm adding it in, by the way. They want to chock it full of salt. Salt is important, but it only goes so far, folks. That's where vinegar comes in. Look at that baby bubble. We want that tomato paste to melt in there. Now, tomato paste is really essential when you want that deep tomato, like rich broth going on. You want to use tomato paste. That's what's going to give you that really, really, really concentrated tomatoey flavor. All right, so that is going to mix and just kind of melt. Ooh, lots of steam. Mix and melt into all of those vegetables, which is exactly what we want. Absolutely beautiful. Stay. Okay, so turn that down a little bit while we prepare our green beans and our kale. John, hello. It is not crazy lettuce. It is our Tuscan kale, and it is stinking delicious. Okay, so we're gonna take this all out. So a couple things you gotta separate. You're gonna have some parsley in there, so put that off to the side. That's just gonna be some garnish and some topping. I love parsley on my soup. So empty out your green beans, and then this is for serving too. Some lemon wedge for serving. I like to squeeze it all over the top. So we're gonna set aside the kale real quick, and we're going to come to our beans. Now you can snap all of the individual ends, or you can just line them up and just cut off the ends like that. Turn them around, line them up. That's what's easier, you know, just come on, let's be easy. Let's make our lives a little less stressful. So we're gonna take all those little itty bitty ends away. So now I have all of the good parts. Cut away any bruising, anything like that. That's totally normal in green beans, so don't worry about it, just cut it away. And then we're gonna cut these into just like little 1-inch pieces-ish. 1/2 inch, 1 inch. Doesn't have to be perfect. Add them right in. Okay, now we're gonna take our kale. Look at this kale. So this is Lacinato Tuscan dinosaur kale. It's known by all of those names, and it is so good. It is characteristic, long, bumpy, rough. You see that? So cool. So we're gonna go ahead and peel the leaves away from the middle, really woody stem. So up at the top here, it's a bit thinner. You can easily, you know, break it and fold it and bend it with your fingers. But as it goes down, the stalk gets really tough. So we want to kind of leave that. Hey, if you don't care and you're like, I don't care, I like a little chew, throw it in there. It's going to get soft, but it tends to be pretty woody, so we're just gonna leave that out. I love to make kale chips out of this, bake it in the oven, and like salt and vinegar. Oh my gosh, it's really good. It gets so crispy. It's really yummy. It's a really beautiful green. This is my favorite type of kale. I think I'm adding it a little too soon, but oh no. Okay, we're gonna save the kale. Don't put it in yet. I'm just getting all excited. Okay, we're gonna give our green beans a toss. Okay, now we're gonna add in our whole can of diced tomatoes. Right in. Give it a stir. With the juice, everything in. And then our broth. Make sure any residual broth paste that's in your measuring cup gets put into the pot. Give it a stir. Bring to a bubble. Ta-da! So this tastes best when we let it simmer for about 10 or 15 minutes. But for the sake of time, I'm just gonna kind of speed up the process a little bit on my end. You guys wait. You guys let it simmer away and do its thing. But I just want to show you, you know, what to do in the final stages. Oh my gosh, Kara! That's the sweetest thing I have ever heard. Save the kale stems for your guinea pig. Absolutely, save anything for guinea pigs. I grew up with a guinea pig. His name was Skippy, and he was the sweetest little guinea pig. That just warms my heart. Absolutely, save your kale stems for your guinea pigs. So we're just gonna give this a rough chop. It'll wilt a bit. I like to add this really to any soup. Sauteed with a little bit of garlic and olive oil is also really, really, really good. So we're gonna bring this to a bubble. So these are little fresh tortellini. So Rana Giovanni brand, I believe. This is a 5-cheese tortellini. So it's found in the refrigerated section. They are, I just wanna, oh my gosh, they're so stinking cute, and they're filled with deliciousness, cheese, and these little guys look like little hats. Make veggie stock, absolutely, for sure. Although I will advise, not all veggie scraps are great for veggie stock. So sometimes things in like the brassica family, so broccoli, cauliflower, your kale, they can have kind of that stinky, they can, cabbage, sometimes they can make a veggie stock really off-putting. So absolutely, onion, carrot, celery, those are like the aromatics that you definitely want to put in to a veggie stock. But I would warn against putting too much of these kind of stinky vegetables in there, if you know what I mean. So I've done that before. Another really good one to throw into a veggie stock is actually corn cobs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, especially in the summer, if you have any corn cobs left over, it imparts this beautiful kind of sweetness to your broth. So if you want to make like a Mexican chicken soup, or I make a cold corn soup during the summer months, and oh my gosh, corn cobs in your veggie stock is really good. Now, hey, if you've been putting broccoli and broccoli stems and like kale stems and stuff like that in your veggie stock and it's tasted good to you, keep doing it. Don't let me hinder that, okay? I just know that in the past I've used some cabbage and I think maybe some Brussels sprouts, and ooh, it was really stinky. It was just a really stinky broth. It didn't have that great of flavor. So, but definitely things like green beans. Yeah, those are good ones. Okay, so plop these guys in. So these only take about 5 to 7 minutes to get nice and soft. Obviously, you got to taste test it, right, to make sure that it's up to your standards. So we're going to bring this to about 5 to 7 minutes before you're ready to serve. We're going to make sure it's at a nice simmer, and we're going to plop our tortellinis right in. And these guys are just going to get nice and soft. I like to put the lid on so we don't lose too much of the liquid, because obviously as soups simmer away and they steam, we're gonna lose some liquid through evaporation. So be careful about that. I'm just gonna go ahead and plop these in too. Why not? Why not? The soup is better the next day, as almost all soups are. Yes, even with the tortellinis, for sure. Pasta can be finicky in soup because it can swell, and if you overcook it and get like really gummy or mushy and really take like all of the liquid from the soup. So be careful on that one. Couple last things here that we've got. Remember, don't forget, you've got your parsley that you can just mince up. We've got some of this. I gotta be careful when I'm doing this. I got some shredded parm that, you know what, you can individually top, or I like to kind of let it melt into the soup. Why not? Why not? You do you. It's your kitchen, right? Do what you want. Oh my gosh, this smells so stinking fantastic. Yum! Beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Don't forget to give a good squeeze of lemon. It's very important with any Italian dish, especially a soup, for sure. So yeah, this is our soup. This is our tortellini soup. Hot is hot, but I'm holding it. Ouch. There it is. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Serve it with some lemon and parsley, and you've got yourself an Italian soup ready in no time. There you have it, folks. That's it. So, really quick announcement. Next week, there's not going to be a kit. So, I'm going to be busy at work doing other things that I need to do here at the store, and getting ready for this next month, putting together lots of great ideas and yummy things for you guys. So as I always say, during this time, when I'm taking a break from doing the kit, this is the perfect time to let me know your suggestions of what you would like to see in upcoming kits. Obviously, I am feeding lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people these days, so there is some limitations to what I can do and what I can offer in a kit, and using what we have here at the store, and you know what I can package and things like that. But I can pretty much make anything work. So if there's something that you want to see, let me know. Email me is the best way. If you are an email subscriber, you will get an email tomorrow that will, you know, just say, hey, there's no meal kit, but give you an opportunity to give me your suggestions if you would like. So if you are an email subscriber, be sure to check your inbox for that tomorrow. Peggy, I have done, oh my gosh, that is a great comment, because I'm in I think this is my 44th week of doing meal kits. So that is minus probably like 5 weeks that I didn't do one just because of like holidays and taking a break. So I've done, I don't know, about 40 recipes, I think. So yeah, I've done quite a bit. I tend to cook very seasonally, so as the seasons are changing, I look to see what we have that's seasonal and fresh and good. But hey, even if I've already done it, I would love to hear your suggestions. And I just want to know what you guys want to eat, what sounds good, maybe something you want to try that you're like, I don't know, I'm not sure. You know, you've always wanted to kind of try, but maybe you just haven't yet for whatever reason. So I want to hear it. I want to hear what you guys want to eat, and I will make it happen, and I will feed you all. So that said, have a beautiful weekend. It's going to be lovely. If you're celebrating Easter, have a wonderful, happy Easter. And get outside, enjoy the sunshine. A poll into the top 5. Oh boy. Oh, thank you, Lori. I know, I was actually talking with my mom today, and we were talking about which meal kits have been our favorite so far. I would love to hear that. I want to know what you guys have loved. I know I'm, you know, getting newbies every single week, but I want to hear what you guys liked. And hey, if you want a repeat of something, if there's something that we've had and you're like, I want that again, it was so good, I'm down to do it for sure. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate every single one of you that hops on now and later and watches this. It really humbles me every time that anybody wants to cook with me and join me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to feed yourself yummy, good food. Oh yes, Linda, the scones. I should redo those for sure. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. I will talk to you soon. I'm not going to be here next week, but I will be here the week after. So thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.